Oh, it's this guy.
Yo, what's up?
You back from that?
I'm back from the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship of 2024.
Yeah, you were the fifth hope.
The fifth hope.
Which is crazy.
Fifth place Nats. Got in lucky. Fifth hope. They gave me the call. They said, "Brrr." I was at work. They were like, yo, you're America's last hope. I said, oh my God, if I'm the last hope, we're in dire situation. But
they needed a hero.
Yeah.
So they called you, and I think you did okay.
I did decent enough, I think.
Given
the circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, second place is fine when you weren't even planning to go initially. That's cool.
True.
It's just a casual second place.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting. Congratulations on making the World Championship. We're all very proud of you. Congratulations going undefeated in Swiss. Yeah. That was pretty crazy. Jerome was your number one fan of the weekend.
Yeah, that was super sick.
Literally, that man was your number one fan.
Nah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I got a bunch of support because of that. A lot of I really didn't expect much at the tournament because I really didn't know if I could measure up. But going round by round and then at least round 5 when I got guaranteed top 8, I was ecstatic because I've never I've done a good streak at YCSs and at Nats, but I never got guaranteed top cut during Swiss, right? And so that was my first ever you're in it. Doesn't matter the next rounds, but it did matter because I also played against the USA representatives, right? So I had to win, so their tiebreakers were good, right? So I was also playing for them as well. So it was awesome. Super cool.
America. Well, so here's a small bit of his goodies. He left most of them at home.
Yeah.
But most of them got left at home. He also got this really cool the stream mat that you guys have seen on stream. This is actually the mat that all the players were playing on, which is really cool. So instead of those garbage tier paper mats that they had in the back rooms last year, they got a couple extra pennies in the budget and put that together, which is really cool.
Super sick. Yeah.
So, we'll just kind of jump into your deck and talk about this make-believe format and how Lacrima should not be a Yu-Gi-Oh card anymore.
That's true.
That's great.
All these banned cards are banned for a reason. I summoned so many banned cards, and I said my last farewell to them because, oh my God, they are so ridiculous. But yeah.
Weird.
World's format, TCG list minus the exclusives, OCG ban list minus their exclusives, and then the V-Jump promos that some regions didn't get. So it's very niche format, a different card pool, different play style. So here's the list for that format. Snake Eyes, what a surprise. 3 Poplar, 1 Oak. So theory was these 4 cards, since you're down to 1, you need to maximize your 1 card combos. So then it was this. I mean, all these cards still do really crazy things. These cards kind of warrant, kind of meta check the format in that you need to play cards like Impermanent Effect Veiler to stop just the bulldoze that these cards can end on. So these are meta warping cards, so you can play as much as you can, right? So, and then Oak, Honorary Oak, because that guy is really good utility. So as for other utility slots, it's this, mainly this is utility, but this is also the boss monster of the deck, of the format and the deck. Puts monsters obviously from the field, so outstings, puts recursion, puts this if you want, IPs and stuff like that. Gets rid of monsters that can't be destroyed in battle, or you don't want to crash into Druid Swarms and shit. Whoops, my bad. And then,
oh no.
And then these cards are really great. Really not much to say on them. We've been playing them for a while, so a lot of people know reasons why we play these cards.
At least a few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna shape up in the new format, but yeah.
New format's wild.
the supporting cards, Diabell Stars. So these aren't Snake Eye cards, but these get you the Snake Eye cards. Yeah, she in tandem with like this or this make your life way easier because you get to play around so many hand traps. Because the meta is warped around these kind of like really strong cards, this is an excellent add to the deck because she's a starter and an extender. And she also bridges other combos. So this is your best card. These are your best cards. You play them at max because that's the name of the game.
Like a true duelist, every card in his deck is his best card.
Yes. Other best cards. This engine is so ridiculous.
That damn smile.
That
damn smile.
Yeah, I mean, Fiendsmith cards are so crazy. They make you link climb rank. You can make rank 6s.
This man just had to question if you can make a rank 6 with engravers.
No, you know why? Because on my Nats profile, I actually ended up saying rank 8s instead of rank 6s, but I meant rank 6. But yes.
You heard it first, ladies. Mark Solis, his engravers, level 8. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The pool got way better. Whoa.
But yeah, these is the name of the game. This engine is in everybody's deck, no matter what deck you're playing. It could be a rogue deck. You just slap this engine in, and yeah, your deck is like really, really strong because just the flexibility they allow you to, just like this guy, it solves problems, right? You get to out monsters that you just shouldn't be able to out because you send and don't destroy. Yeah, it's just really good stuff, and then non-engine, this part,
Everybody's
3
favorite
Ash,
part.
3 Veiler, LOL, and then Infirm.
Yo, you're really good with this card.
Actually, it's funny enough, this card in my hand doesn't do anything, so...
Weird.
Nah, obviously...
I know what you're talking about.
obviously this card is really good. You know, just misplays happen. Nerves get to me. But other than that, this is like the hand trap ratio. I still play more non-engine that I'll just show, but yeah, name of the game. This needs to check like the Snake Eye stuff. Ash is the most flexible card in the game. Has been for like a very, very long time. The only time this card isn't like in your deck is when you're running like an all gas deck. But other than that, like this, if you're thinking of a hand trap, it's obviously just Ash in the deck. So she, you know, really good. And then Nib is super strange because it is probably the worst card by itself, and it's best when it's paired with literally anything.
Especially Princess.
Yes, it's actually game breaking. Not in my favor.
Oh man, that's so crazy.
But basically, yeah, this is super weird because this is the card you want for the mirror match, and it's not the card you want for any other matchup. And then in the mirror, like the Snake Eye mirror, this card doesn't do anything by itself. So it's a very, very unique and weird slot, but it needs to be in there because the amount of hand traps you need to answer just every single push that you have in this deck, right? Yeah, you need multiples, and this is like the next in line. But yeah, who knows? Next format, this woman gets really crazy. It's like a nightmare pack.
She's a ride or die.
Yeah, it's like an adventure package in like people's deck, the Azamina stuff. So who knows if this card is gonna be good? It's just gonna again meta check like staples and stuff. But yeah, who knows?
Also, really quick, the craziest thing is that he mentions like the pushes. I can confirm from like the few games that like we were all hanging out before the WCQ. When we were talking about the Snake Eye Fiendsmith deck, it was literally not talking about the engine. It was just how many pushes your hand could do, and if their hand could answer that, and then what you do from there. So that's like a really like simplistic way to look at it, but it actually has major implications.
Yeah,
in case you're wondering.
The turns are just condensed down to like how many pushes you have versus how many stops they have, and then this is like another push, I guess, but also like as a hand trap. In this format, since like we don't have Necroquip, the value of just extra bodies goes down. But you know, these are limited. Juice Worm is limited. Otherwise, you probably play it at multiples. I don't play Baldrake in the main; it's in the side, mainly because I didn't want to bloat the deck. It has consistency issues because of the limits. But these were the next best ones. This could have been Baldrake to like have like a better like Magnamut sack when you like activate this and then you just summon this next to it, and then you have like even more interruptions. But Drew Swarm was also just really good for me, so I wouldn't change it as like a results-oriented way of thinking. But yeah,
Big fan of that card.
part of the Fiendsmith engine track. In this deck, it's ran at 1. I don't want to run it at 3 because I don't really have much Light Fiends. This searches Engraver, and it's a hard once per turn, so yeah.
Yeah, that card's also good in Lightsworn.
Yeah.
Really
If
good
I took it to, yeah. 1 for 1. I don't play this currently, but in the current format, but in this format, you need more consistency, so 1 for 1. I don't like that card. The reason why is because it's a worse witch, right? You're pitching a monster.
Oh no, I totally
right?
agree.
And then this is more flexible to send. So, and then it's worse when you're hand trapping because you don't have many cards in your hand. So the amount of cards you're able to discard off this goes lower. So
It sends. It doesn't even discard. It's
Yeah,
worse.
yeah,
That's actually worse.
Yes.
You can't even lurry.
I don't value this card as much as this card, and then I don't even value it in current format to even put it in my deck.
I had to teach somebody that. They couldn't lurry off that. Their mind was blown.
The supporting cards for the archetype. This is at 1, but otherwise these cards are pretty much needed in the archetype. And yeah, 2 bonfires because that's how the OCG has it.
2 is better than 3 ofs.
Consistency. They have consistency and pushes. I made crossed out and called by. Some people side like going first cards to just make their going first better. I think game ones are such you don't know what's gonna happen. So I think if you balance your deck in a way, you're much more flexible in those regards. I don't believe I drew these cards going first, winning the die roll, right? So in game ones, these actually didn't matter, but in games like 3 and 2s, I definitely had these cards and I've like drawn them. 1 talents.
Big fan of that card.
Yeah, similar to like these.
This card fucks.
I want these cards more than this card. I don't want to max out on this card.
That's fair, but
yeah, so
big fan of that card.
Yeah, this answers their stops, right? Because if the game is about pushes versus stops, these are the anti of those, and this is like the last resort. So this is better than this.
You can almost say it's the 5th hope. Dude, if you play in TCG, 3 cross out, 1 call by, 1 talents, it is the 5th hope.
There you go.
That's insane.
Exactly.
That's wild.
And then honorary forbidden droplet. So this last slot was such a weird. So it was like Mourner. I didn't like that card. It was Droll. Sucks versus the mirror. This card also I sided out versus the mirror. It was the more balanced card versus like Yubel and the mirror. So that's the reason why this card was in. It was cool. In testing, it was working. In testing, it had to be this card because otherwise, if it was like Dark Ruler, I just would lose. And then with Droplet, I could win that game, right? So, or that turn. So it had to be that card. So in testing, that's the reason.
How many cards is that? Like a billion?
41.
Oh my god. Inconsistent.
4-1.
Garbage.
Yeah.
That's why you get second.
Yeah, true. True and real.
Factual. Wow.
Link ones. Requiem. Part of the archetype. Anima. Part of the combo, because it's just a free body for Poplar. Moon. Fiendsmith card, pretty much. SP. She's so crazy. She's at 1. Sequence. You fusion summon.
Did you say this is at 1?
Yeah, in OC.
It's at 2.
In OC?
Yeah.
I thought it was at 1.
Nah, it's at 2. You can play 2.
I don't think so.
Nah, you can play 2. It's at 2.
We'll double check.
We have the balance over there.
It's at 1.
We'll check.
All right, we'll check. Either way, I wasn't ever going to play 2.
Wild.
It was going to be 1. Sequence. Yeah, sequence is really good.
It's really good in your
Makes
sequence
life
of plays.
Yeah, sequence of plays. Hida, you need this card for this versus the mirror, and also to get you out of Princess Firelocks, so her value increases always. Phoenix, similar reasons, except that you get to pop back row at my deck. Yeah, so I won a game, round 2, because I bricked with Flamberg, but I ended up getting enough level 1s in my graveyard to then summon this, pitch the Flamberg, and that is how I won.
That doesn't sound like a brick at that point. That just
not at
sounds
that
like
point,
that
but
was
it definitely wasn't
part of the
helping,
cards.
right? I was very, very hard of the cards moment. But IP Masquerena, she's also really crazy. Being able to play on your opponent's turn. Promethean Princess, LOL. locks you into fires. Can't activate Nib.
Oh.
Crazy, but pretty much.
Oh, that explains so much.
You can obviously Reborn Fires. This is a fire deck, so you obviously play her, and then she's an interruption.
Dude, I'm learning so much today.
So cool, so cool. Zelantis package. This is so it was either Selene Access or these two. I wanted. In current format, I don't play Access, so I don't really find the need for that card. So I'm very comfortable like with my lines of just ending the game without it. These cards offer a flex in that if you get hand trapped, you get to end on a certain board. Because you run more Poplars, your boards are different, right? So the in my opinion, when you see more Poplars and you get interrupted through a Poplar, in my opinion, you end on like this type of like board where it's like this and like Flying Break and stuff like that. So I value this card a lot. This card also solved some problems where I needed to OTK, and then it protects Apollo from being destroyed by battle. So, because you get to destroy whatever's attacking.
Oh, so you didn't play them because you were a really big Salamangreat fan?
Yeah. Even though I was a Salamangreat duelist back in the day, no.
Oh, well, this is awkward.
Appaloosa, she's so crazy, she got banned.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, her. So, yeah, she's really good. Negates, what more can you ask for? What's the name of the game?
A balance card?
Playing. Balance. Lacrima, rest in peace.
Just get the shit out of
free
here.
body.
Shut up.
Free body. Rank
We don't
6.
need to talk about that.
So good.
Card's so stupid.
Allows you to play like blue tiers. Super good card. Disarray. Funny enough, during Nats, I value this card a whole lot. As I started playing way more, post side, I would go tiers package, and that's how I hedged my bets against like sideboard cards. Because if they were doing breakers, there were certain combos of breakers that you got destroyed on, even with this card on the field. So my strategy was just do like floodgates in the form of tiers with Lacrima. So the value of just summoning this and making Beatrice was more than making this. So I honestly never summoned this card at Worlds. So I had a 14 card extra deck the whole tournament. So
15th card could have helped him.
It could
Could have been something other than Promethean Princess.
Yeah.
To lock him out of his Nadir.
Beatrice, rest in peace. Another banned card.
Burning Abyss will never be the same.
Farewell. She's so good. She allows you to extend. She allows you to send the one of wanted to get a random draw. She allows you to, send blue tiers.
Send OSS.
Send OSS.
That was crazy.
Send goats. Super flexible card. She allows for a lot of stuff. So like, you can like send floodgates, like floodgate monsters, right? Like Christia, Thunder King Ryo, and then because you play a card like Flamberg, you're able to just bench it and then summon it out. So really crazy card, needs to be banned, and it did. So
we're good. Thankfully, it is. We don't have to deal with that at locals anymore.
Yeah.
Nico.
Shout out to Nico.
Shout out to Nico.
Shout out to Nico. Side deck, Phantasme. Best card in the mirror. The value, I don't think the value of this card goes really well into Yubel. I didn't side it versus Yubel. This was mainly like a mirror prep deck because that's what I felt like was the best deck. Yeah, so 3 Phantasmes for that answer. Molcharmy, this pretty much went every time I was going second. Drawing cards is cool. Drawing hand traps, right? They normal summon Poplar or Ash. You draw, and then all of a sudden you have like an Imperm or a Veiler, right? More cards to basically go with the plan of, well, you need to stop, their turn. So you need to draw into hand traps. So this card serves that slot in this current meta. The Waldrake is at 1, so I sided it. This card goes into the mirror and Yubel, going second for me. Yeah, pretty good card. The value of extra bodies is less in this format, because, in my opinion, because like Necroquip doesn't exist. So, like when you get the reason why, because like you would get hand trapped and then you would like go into Necroquip and then like keep pushing into stuff like that with just 2 bodies, right? Just 2 bodies right now don't do anything. So, it's in the side because, yeah, the value of extra bodies, in my opinion, aren't there. Harpy and Cosmic. it warranted this. So like I wanted this because I actually sided this versus the mirror because there's a lot of cards that you kind of want to hit. Like you want to like either force out like Foundbrick effects, so like the IPs on the board, and then you're able to like play from there as well. So you can like, they don't hide the IP. There's things like floodgates, right? I don't know if they're playing like the skill drains. There can be only ones. Rivalry of the Warlords, right? For like the Yubels and the Tenpai matchup. So like and infinite impermanence. So like cards like that, you just answer all of it. Forces out Disarray if they summon it. So it's just a good card overall. Obviously, because Harpy's Fez Duster is just nasty. Cosmic because the side deck had an extra slot, so I'm just showing you the 15th card here. Tears package. So Tears package and Black Goat as honorary.
Big fan of that card.
My strat was not playing DDG because I valued other cards better. In the mirror, I don't set DDG. In the mirror, I set this, and then I keep the Beatrice live, and then sorry. In Yubel matchup, I set this, and then keep the Beatrice up, and then send this. That way I can like kind of secure the game, because if they do out my board, and then they leave something like up, I can then start my turn by calling whatever's on the field, and then just, you know, be able to push from there. So like anything they end on, like if they end on a Phantom, if they end on the SP, or whatever have you, I'm able to just, you know, be able to win on the following turn in case they have like an actual cracked hand. So that was my strategy. Going into the mirror match, I don't play this, and then what I do is I just set imperm. So yeah, I just didn't value DDG as much. And then for the final card,
This card's hot.
It's hot. My final card for the tech Yubel matchup was 3 Typhoon.
Shout out to the year 2016.
So the answer was, in testing, we were like, what is the best card for that matchup? Because Joel and Lockbird really wasn't doing it. They could activate Throne, and then they could dump Spirit, summon Yubel, contact into Phantom, and then just start playing Gates or normal summon Dark Reckoning Beast. So it didn't answer the board, but Typhoon did. So in that same scenario, right, they activate Gates, they have Throne on the field, you Typhoon them, they just end on Phantom. They normal summon Beckoning, they activate, you know, Gates, you Typhoon them, it's good. If they activated Pain, you Typhoon them, it's good. Even when Throne is just a card by itself, you're able to search Lotus and then summon it and then go into Spirit, and then Spirit obviously sets Pain and you activate Pain, and even then, on the one push they have, Throne answered that line, right? So, in our opinion, Typhoon was the card. Funny enough, Nico and I both play it, and we both play tested it. Every time we activated this card, we lost that game. So in theory, it was good. In practice, not so good. But it ended up working. Again, every time I activated this against Ruben and Swiss, I activated this, lost that game. In top 4 against Fire King Snake Eye, right? Activated this, lost that game as well. So
Card was cracked.
card was crazy.
Card was crazy.
But yeah, the application for this card was.
It's a win button for them.
Yeah. Yes. Now, what an event. Just super grateful that I got to go. Super grateful I got to meet everybody that like works behind the scenes and stuff like that I would hear of, but like I never like got to meet them in person. Yeah, all the people, all the NA representatives were great. Everyone from around the world was great. I made like buddies, like friends from across the globe. Yeah, super grateful.
So the real prize was the friends made along the way.
Yeah, it was actually
Unironically.
Nah, for real, that's pretty much how this game is. Like a lot of my close friends now are even like because of this game. So what an amazing trip. I got this cool shirt from them. All right, it's cool.
He lost his jersey.
No, I just didn't bring it.
That'd be sick. All right. Well, congratulations, Mark, and we're looking forward to seeing more. Anything else you want to say before you sign off?
Well, shout out to Nico. Nico's not here.
True. Shout out to Nico.
Nico's asleep. I was gonna drive him here, but
That's crazy.
he's asleep. Nico is a big help. Testing partner. He doesn't go to events. He went to one regional. Super smart guy, but just doesn't go to events for some reason.
Nico's a sicko.
Nico is a sicko.
If you ever
We'll get him
have
out.
the misfortune of playing at our local and you play against a guy who's playing a pile of cards that does not make sense on paper,
Yeah.
But then like
But then you get
he suddenly
destroyed.
does, he does like cold fusion. That's Nico. Nico's the best. We love him.
Yeah. Shout outs to everybody who like supported me throughout the whole day or the weekend. They were constantly sending me messages. You know, I was reading all of them during like the first day of Swiss. During Swiss, I was reading them. I couldn't respond because I was like kind of like in the zone. There were so many messages. So you know, obviously, I was reading all of them, and thank you a lot. Everyone from like, I play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I also play like other games. Even those guys heard that I was at Worlds, and they were messaging me. So that was such a cool thing. So shout outs to you, Zach.
Hey, I finally got one.
Shout outs to you, Zach.
Finally.
There you go. Shout outs to literally everybody. Everybody knows who they are. Shout outs to the testing partners that helped me prep for this deck. Right. Number 1, Nico. Number 2, Nick Scarangella. We played at locals. Number 3, Mike Albanese. Number 4, Artand. There's so many others. Shout outs to Phil.
Shout outs to Reddit.
Shout outs to Reddit. Shout outs to Reddit.
To the Reddit thread.
Shout outs to all the Reddit threads that are on me. Why didn't I activate Nick? Because no,
not that.
I didn't want to activate Nick.
Why did this guy get to go? Why did the fifth hope get to go?
Fifth place get to go and not, that's funny enough. That is part of what fueled me at the event. Super cool. I got nervous top 8 because when I got there, I was playing for kind of like to get into it, and at any moment you could just lose in top cut and obviously get kicked out of the tournament. Super nervous in top 8, ended up winning. Shout outs to him. Top 4, played against YUGIOH. Shout outs to him. And then I reached the finals, and that was like the set in stone. I was like, I did it, right? I earned my spot because now I'm in the finals, like super cool, super great.
I mean, you earned it anyway by getting to go at all, but yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you worked hard. Well, congratulations, Mark. And until next time, guys, we're signing off.